speaking tonight as a resident that rose my hand to volunteer for the town's ethics committee. This may seem to some of the rehash, but to me I want to be clear on the timeline and events that ensued. In January, Councilman Lundquist requested that any interested residents forward their information if they wanted to be considered for the committee. After a set time by the chair, only 2 residents came forward, myself and another. The chair of the committee, Councilman Lundquist, reached out to us and said congratulations and told us next steps for training, at which point the board held up the appointment due to it being an ethics committee. The board needs to motion and vote. That means it needs to be appointed by the board. I did ask the supervisor if the issue, Supervisor Thompson, if the issue was with the process or participants, and he had mentioned both. The process continued until interviews were set up, and I interviewed with both the chair, Chairman Wazalewski, and Supervisor on July 2nd. No, I'm sorry, I was Supervisor. On July 2nd, Councilman Wazalewski put a motion forth to appoint me to the Ethics Committee. There was no second, and another board member wanted to discuss the matter and interview again, stating that to be on this committee, you must be free of self-interest with no political interest, on a witch hunt or for personal gain. On July 9th, I was interviewed for a 3rd time for this volunteer committee position by Councilman Hotelling and Ms. Jordan, at which time I said, on 7/9, July 9th, and I well done, end quote. I am currently circulating petitions. I want to serve Halfmoon in any capacity that I can. Which brings me to the present. Last week, a letter was posted from another resident, which happens to be the acting Republican chair. Stephenson demonstrates excessive negativity, unethical behavior, and an utter lack of any substantive qualifications. Deanna Stephenson attempted to cut a political deal with town board members to get on the Halfmoon Ethics Committee. Stephenson personally threatened to run for office as direct political retaliation. She shows a stunning lack of judgment and breathtaking lack of integrity, which would have the gall to hold herself up as a candidate of ethics, reeks of political hypocrisy. And it goes on. This is the same person, private resident, Mr. Lundquist, that on May 26th in a conversation with me, twice he said in this conversation, and I have it well documented, I would have no problem next time I see Kevin. What's wrong with Deanna being on the ethics committee? I would be more than happy. I'll tell Kevin you should be on the ethics committee. I told you before. Other committee members also approached, or said they approached Mr. Townsend and advocated for me for that. I want to be clear, this was a volunteer committee. I get no compensation to do this. I only want to serve this town in any way that I can. And I've tried to do that for 3 years. I have not been appointed to any committee that I volunteered for 6 times. And I just want one question. I asked the Chairman Wazalewski, do you feel coerced? Did you feel coerced in putting that motion up for me?
I did not.
Mr. Townsend, did you feel coerced in putting that motion up? Thank you. Thank you very much.